Hey all, this is Anna Alexander, and this is Dish About the Dish, where the foods we eat tell the stories of our lives. And it is road trip day again today. I am heading out across the mountains to Yakima, Washington. Why? Because it is Bookstore Romance Day today that I'm filming, and bookstores across the country are celebrating the romance genre, and I am there to go sign books at Inklings Bookshop. So let's hit the road. So Central Washington kind of has a special place in my heart. My dad grew up in the area, my mother's parents lived out here for a while, and this is where my Sprawling A Ranch series is set. Because the area is just nothing but brown rolly hills. It's countryside, it's farmland, it's vineyards, and it's ranch after ranch after ranch. So this is like the agricultural hub of Washington State. Apple orchards and hops and all sorts of stuff for miles and miles. So I'm glad to share a little bit of this with you. Oh, so Rachel is lovely enough to grant me some answers to questions. So tell me about the bookstore in general, how long it's been here, how you're specializing, and how you managed to survive the last year and a half.
Oh man, yeah. So our bookstore, we're going to be 21 years old.
Wow.
This at the end of September. I know. Yeah, I cannot believe it's been that long. So we are just so our name Inklings derives from a collection of authors who were popular in the 1940s, like Tolkien, C.S. Lewis. And they had a group of writers, and they were called the Inklings, and they just kind of shared ideas and stories. And so we're just kind of a place for people to share ideas and stories and their love of books.
So now, were you able to make like a jump online to keep it going while everything was shut down?
Yeah, so we had always kind of offered a little small online section, just kind of that option. But now, because of the pandemic, our online orders like tripled, just about like overnight.
Nice.
Yeah, and so now we offer online, and we offer free shipping right now. So we're shipping books constantly, it feels like, and we've really expanded our online presence, and that's helped us so much.
Excellent. And now my dad grew up in the area. His parents, Puerto Rican, Filipino. I know it's a heavy Latino community out here. Do you find you offer books in both languages? Do you get that request at all?
We do get a lot of requests for books in Spanish, and we do have a pretty good Spanish section, and we have a good children's Spanish section.
Oh,
we have a
nice.
lot of bilingual children's books as well. And so we try to stock as many as we can, and we can usually order a lot of books are offered in Spanish, and a lot of other Spanish books we can get them in pretty quickly. So we do have a really good ability to do that.
You'll have to show me where that's at later on in the store. As I mentioned earlier, outside is really agricultural based, farms and ranches. So do you get a big cookbook clientele, or most people finding the recipes online?
It kind of varies. Kind of in the summer we don't get a huge cookbook rush, but around like Christmas and holidays we have a huge cookbook rush.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of cuisines are people looking for?
It just kind of varies. A lot of times they're looking for kind of local books. A lot of craft brewery books, and a lot of wine books are really popular in the summer. Usually.
Really?
Yeah, because our crafting, wine and cider has just kind of exploded in the last couple of years. And so that section, it's kind of pilfered now, but that one usually we have to stock a lot.
So what are you seeing, what do people go to? What's your go-to when people ask for, I'm hungry? Is that the question you get?
Yeah, sometimes, we do get a lot of books that are kind of people, they just kind of want it to be quick and easy, but they want it to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of books that are kind of ones that are kind of simple, wholesome foods.
Now I see your name on that, so that's something that you enjoy. Wait, let me get it in the frame.
Yeah. So this one's just kind of rustic, joyful food, and it's just kind of like a couple simple ingredients, but they're really fresh. So they're ones vegetables from the farmer's market, or ones you've grown yourself.
Do you shop a lot at the farmers markets?
I try to. Yeah. They just have the best.
Yeah, and there's in this area, there's a fruit stand every 2 or 3 miles, which is amazing.
Absolutely. And have for sure, like, pie cookbooks the last year or two have been extremely popular, just because we have so much like fresh fruit every single summer.
Oh, so now your romance section, I noticed across the store. When people come in, like, do you have to talk people into romance still, or is it something that people are more coming to? Or is it kind of?
It's kind of fluctuated a little bit. Well, I feel like when I first got here, we didn't really have a really strong romance section, and so sometimes we had to talk some people into it. But now that we've devoted like its own like section, it feels like people feel a lot freer. They don't feel like there's, you know, that like bias. They just kind of go to it. They like run to it now, and now they're like, they love it, and they're like, where's the romance section? I'm like, it's over here. And then Anne, our romance expert, she has like the best recommendations ever. And so yeah, now it's like really opened up, and people are shopping it all the time, and they ask about it, and yeah.
Are you noticing any trends with like what they're asking for as far like genres or subgenres?
Yeah, I feel like when I first started here, it was kind of more like paranormal romance, but now it's a lot more historical fiction romance.
I think it's because the paranormal now is we're living in paranormal.
Yes.
And people want to escape back to the quote unquote simpler time when there was no running water and electricity.
Yeah.
Excellent. So thanks so much for taking time out of this busy day, and we'll show you more footage of Bookstore Romance Day.